sitting there saying, "Oh, wait a minute, am I rooting for the right person? Am I okay with what she just did now?"
Are you familiar with Lance Duran, Crestbrook Industries?
We will end world hunger forever.
Someone's trying to kill him.
To start, I said this season's killer gives me like the cool motive or cool motive still murder from Brooklyn Nine-Nine quote. Like that's what I feel like with her. For season one, I'm like, I'd watch a murder doc about you, but I don't want to engage. This one, I'm like, yeah, no, I get it. How is it for you as a creative to, you're not only honoring a book franchise and like the fans for it, but you also get to have moments like that where you get to allow a character to kind of make an audience question things about themselves.
It's great when you can come up with a character that people are going to be entertained by, but will also sort of be challenged by. And by that, I mean, we were hoping to design a character through Rebecca, who turns out to be Luz, played by Janine Mason, who's a vigilante. And the way we try to introduce her, like, she's definitely hardcore, but we kind of root for her. And so our goal was to really seduce the audience into rooting for her because we understand why she's obsessed, and we understand, and when we think the people she's going after deserve some sort of justice. But then eventually we want to cross a line and make you ask yourself, how far is too far? And if we can pull that off, and the audience is entertained, but also sitting there saying, "Oh, wait a minute, am I rooting for the right person? Am I okay with what she just did now?" Then that's a blast. That's what we're going for, and it's been really cool. The feedback we've been getting just preliminarily is that really landed.
Yeah, well, I wanted to ask because the actors I asked how it would change tonally, like approaching a different serial killer because every case is different from one another. But how does it change the writing process when you are shaping a season around a completely different tone and vibe of a murderer and figuring out how the characters you've established in season one kind of play into that new tone?
For me, the most challenging thing when we start to conceptualize the villains is getting into their mindset. And hadn't really thought about that because you start off by, getting plot together and getting backstory together and figuring out story beats. But you really want to get into the scene work and the motivation and the specifics of the character. Now you got to start getting into the psyche of someone like that. So in season one, that was actually a surprise when I started going deeper into Ramsey, and I really got to start entertaining the thoughts of Ramsey. That was tough. And then the same thing happened in season two. Even though I really related to Luz and said, hey, I can live vicariously through a vigilante. But then she starts doing some things that are really tough, and the methods she uses and how far she's willing to go. And I have to, as a writer, and all of our writers, we all kind of have to get into that mindset. And it's challenging, and it actually is enlightening too, because you start to get introduced to parts of yourself you didn't know were really there.
Well, I can't wait for everyone to not only get to meet this character because I love her, but I can't wait for them to see all of season two. And so thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it.
It's a pleasure. Great seeing you.
There he is. Detective Alex Cross, MPD's resident genius.